Hi everyone! Today, we'll explore how to calculate the TPI or Tutor Performance Incentive. But before we delve into calculating the TPI, let's begin by clarifying the main objective of this incentive scheme. TPI or Tutor Performance Incentive. It focuses mainly on performance and productivity. To compute our TPI, we have two criteria. First, performance, which is 60%. This is based on our monthly TPM rate, which is 60% OQ and 40% EQ, plus productivity, which is 40%. This refers to the actual productive hours spent working and contributing to the company's output. It is crucial to clarify that TPI has a new criteria that is different from the AI, attendance incentives, and PCI, policy compliance incentive. The TPI criteria is specifically crafted to highlight the importance of the two Ps, performance and productivity. This differentiation ensures that TPI is aligned with its intended objectives. That is, rewarding tutors based on their contributions in these critical areas. At this juncture, let's know the scoring parameters for performance and productivity. For performance, it has a weight percentage of 60%. A score of 1 is unacceptable. A score of 2 is below average. A score of 3 is average. A score of 4 is very good. And a score of 5 is excellent. Let's continue with the scoring parameters for productivity. For productivity, it has a weight percentage of 40%. And it has similar scoring parameters with performance. A score of 1 is unacceptable. A score of 2 is below average. A score of 3 is average. A score of 4 is very good. And a score of 5 is excellent. This time, let's focus on learning how to compute the TPI using the provided sample data. Let's have Tutor Mario. Tutor Mario's monthly TPM rate is 100%. His actual working hours is 167.50, although his perfect attendance is 176 hours. Currently, his maximum TPI rate stands at 2,500. Disclaimer: the TPI amount varies per tutor. This time, let's calculate Tutor Mario's monthly TPM rate. Let's remember, operational quality is 60%, while the educational quality is 40%. Tutor Mario's OQ rate is 100%. 100% times 60% is equals to 60%. Tutor Mario's EQ rate is 100%. 100% times 40% is equals to 40%. Adding these together, Tutor Mario's monthly TPM is 100%. Let's now calculate Tutor Mario's productivity rate. In January, Tutor Mario's perfect attendance was recorded as 176 hours. Let's now calculate his unproductive hours. Let's consider the following. Tutor Mario took 1 vacation leave without pay, which is equivalent to 8 hours. He has 0 cancellations and 0 unsuccessful lessons. This means Tutor Mario's total unproductive hours amount to 8 hours. Let's now calculate his productive hours. Let's subtract the unproductive hours from the perfect attendance. That is, 176 hours minus 8 hours is equals to 168 hours, and that is Tutor Mario's productive hours. Now, let's calculate his productivity rate. Let's use the formula: actual work divided by perfect attendance. That is 168 hours divided by 176 hours times 100 is equals to 95.45%, and that is Tutor Mario's productivity rate. Now, let's get Tutor Mario's TPI rate. Let's remember, Tutor Mario took one vacation leave without pay, which is equivalent to 8 unproductive hours. His performance rate is 100%. 100% is equivalent to a score of 5. 5 times 60% is equals to a score of 3. His productivity rate is 95.45%. 95.45% is equals to a score of 4. 4 times 40% is equals to 1.6. Now, let's combine the scores for performance and productivity. That is, 3 plus 1.6 is equals to 4.6. According to the TPI matrix, a score of 4.6 is equivalent to 80%. Finally, 80% of 2,500 is 2,000 pesos. Let's have Tutor Jenny. Tutor Jenny's monthly TPM rate is 98.56%. Her actual working hours is 176, and her perfect attendance is 176 hours. Currently, her TPI or maximum TPI rate stands at 2,500. Disclaimer: the TPI amount varies per tutor. Let's now calculate Tutor Jenny's monthly TPM. Let's remember, operational quality is 60%, while the educational quality is 40%. Tutor Jenny's OQ rate is 97.60%. 97.60% times 60% is equals to 58.56%. Tutor Jenny's EQ rate is 100%. 100% times 40% is equals to 40%. Adding these together, Tutor Jenny's monthly TPM is 98.56%. Let's now calculate Tutor Jenny's productivity rate. In January, Tutor Jenny's perfect attendance was recorded as 176 hours. Now, let's calculate her unproductive hours. Let's say, Tutor Jenny didn't have any leaves on the month of January. She has 0 cancellations and 0 unsuccessful lessons. However, she had 1 affected lesson, which is equivalent to 0 hour. This means Tutor Jenny's total unproductive hours is 0 hour. Therefore, Tutor Jenny's actual working hours total is 176 hours. Now, let's calculate her productivity rate. Let's use the formula: actual work divided by perfect attendance. That is, 176 hours divided by 176 hours times 100 is equals to 100%, and that is Tutor Jenny's productivity rate. This time, let's calculate Tutor Jenny's TPI rate. Let's remember, Tutor Jenny had 1 affected lesson. Her performance rate is 98.56%. 98.56% is equivalent to a score of 4. 4 times 60% is equals to a score of 2.4. Her productivity rate is 100%. 100% is equivalent to a score of 5. 5 times 40% is equals to 2. Now, let's combine the scores for performance and productivity. That is, 2.4 plus 2 is equals to 4.4. According to the TPI matrix, a score of 4.4 is equivalent to 80%. Finally, 80% of 2,500 is 2,000 pesos. In the TPI matrix, a score of 5 exceeds expectations and qualifies to receive 100% TPI incentives. A score of 4 to 4.99 exceeds expectations and qualifies to receive 80%. A score of 3 to 3.99 meets expectations and qualifies to receive 50%. However, a score below 3 falls below expectations and does not qualify for TPI incentives for the coverage month. To summarize, Tutor Mario's maximum TPI rate is 2,500. His performance rate is 100%. His productivity rate is 95.45% due to one vacation leave without pay. Therefore, his total TPI incentives amount to 2,000 pesos, which corresponds to 80%. While Tutor Jenny, her maximum rate is also 2,500. Her performance rate is 98.56% due to one affected lesson. Her productivity rate is 100%, so her total TPI incentives amount to 2,000 pesos, which corresponds to 80%. These are the other factors that may impact our productivity rate. For example, one cancellation is equivalent to 30 minutes. One unsuccessful lesson is equivalent to 30 minutes, and one penalized lesson and book or is equivalent to 30 minutes. Should you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact your team leaders. Thank you so much for listening. Let's strive for excellence and continuous improvement.